The 3-minute email technique is the easiest and most efficient way of acquiring a woman's email address. This technique only requires that you speak to her for 3 minutes and demands very little skill on your part. In this situation, this man is currently at the bookstore. He is browsing through the magazine section when he notices a meeting opportunity in front of him. He decides to execute the 3-minute email technique. This man has followed the immediate action rule, an essential for every pickup situation. He doesn't allow himself more than a few seconds to think about approaching her. If he exceeds even a few seconds waiting period, it will be extremely unlikely that he will ever approach her. In these situations, you will most likely give yourself some reason why you shouldn't. By following the immediate action rule, you will meet women everywhere, and approaching them will gradually become easy and natural. Always follow the immediate action rule. Simply walk up to her and stop the world around you. Think, how do you think she feels? Notice every detail about her. What do you think she is thinking? What is she doing? What does her physiology tell you about her? The overall process should be executed in 2 simple steps. 1. Stop and think about her in detail. 2. Find something unique about her that will spark a conversation. The opening line in this approach method is simple.
Hey, you can't read the back of the book. That spoils the excitement. I just feel sorry for people when I see them reading backs of books.
Find something interesting about her and comment on it in an interesting and fun way. You can also use the environment and comment on something situational. In this case, the man in this scenario searched for something interesting about the woman reading and noticed she was reading the back of a book. He knew he could comment on this practice in an interesting and fun way.
Well, I just wanted to know what it was about. I mean, how else would I tell?
I'd rather leave it to the mystery, I think it makes reading so much more exciting.
He is simply continuing the conversation to build rapport with her. His objective at this point is to just continue an interesting conversation with her.
Maybe, but, it could be bad.
I'd rather be in the mystery than be in the know.
I guess you're right. Well, I already started reading the back of this one. What should I do now?
I think you should put it down. That one's done. The book's ruined. Start new.
Okay.
If you opened with either something about her or the situation at hand, keep talking about it in an interesting way. Express some confidence and get her contact information and leave. The main objective here is to keep her interest and show some self-confidence in a 2 to 3 minute time frame. While talking to her, look out for any signals or signs of interest she might be sending your way. These are playing with her hair, touching her jewelry, adjusting her clothing, changing posture, turning body towards you, tilting head, smiling, licking her lips, propelling chest, alert energetic, dilating pupils, gradually opening posture, touching self gently, caressing objects, crossing and uncrossing legs, flashing palm, leaning forward. Get 3 to 4 of these from her while talking, and the option of seeing her again is open. However, if you do not receive these signals, do not worry. Get her email anyway. You either miss the signs or she is not very physiologically expressive.
Yeah, but I think the publishers, I figured out that people don't like the book spoiled by having all the information on the back, so now they're really discreet about what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this one. It's got 1 paragraph on the back, and it says nothing about what the book's actually about.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Sam.
Jessica.
Make sure the holding duration of the handshake is slightly longer than usual, as this will make her notice your sensuality.
You just never know what kind of people you're going to run into.
Yeah.
So you from around here? Or?
Yeah, I just moved in a couple months ago. It's really nice.
Yeah.
At some point, you will eventually run out of things to say. Don't worry. Remember, you only need to talk to her for 2 to 3 minutes. Do not try hard to extend the conversation and risk becoming boring. It's better to leave early than to become boring. Now is the time to exit. This is where the magic happens.
It's good talking to you, Jessica. But I actually have to go.
Okay.
Now turn around, take 2 to 3 steps away from her as if you are leaving. Then, turn back around to her and casually state,
Hey, do you have email?
Yeah.
Great. See if I can get a pen.
Okay.
let's review what just happened here.
It's good talking to you, Jessica. But I actually have to go.
Okay. See you.
At the peak of the conversation, Sam tells her he needs to go, which demonstrates to her that he has absolutely no neediness or desperation. She will automatically feel attracted to this quality. At this point, she thinks he was just interested in a nice chat because he is such a cool and sociable guy. This technique creates a moment of magic and promises a high success ratio. By walking away, he gives her time to breathe and drop her guard while his back is turned. Then he quickly spins back around and asks,
Oh, hey, do you have email?
Yeah.
Great.
as if he just decided to ask spontaneously. Such dialogue tells her that you were indifferent to the outcome and displays no sense of desperation or neediness. The context is now casual, spontaneous, and of the minute. All of your actions and dialogue have produced in her a psychological state that offers little resistance to her giving her email to you. The only thing you need for this approach is a pen and paper or card of some sort. As long as you seem spontaneous and congruent in your actions, your success should be extremely high. You do not need to copy this dialogue word for word. Here's a slight variation on the task of asking for her email.
Hey, we should continue this sometime. Do you have email?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Just ensure that you act spontaneously by turning back around and asking her. Don't worry if you encounter resistance on her part. Here's a technique to get past this.
Hey, we should continue this sometime. Do you have email?
I don't usually give my email out to strangers. I'm sorry.
Here's where you must acknowledge that she truly and naturally desires to give the address to you, but her social conditioning has convinced her that she shouldn't. So simply put the situation in perspective for her and tease her.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just, I understand. I haven't eaten anyone in, like, a month, so...
I don't usually do this.
If she is still hesitant, just keep teasing her and she'll soon realize, laugh, and then give up her email happily.
No, it's fine. I'll only spam you, like, 100 times a day, so...
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Now, as she is writing down her email, this is your opportunity to acquire her number also.
Just put your phone number down there, too.
When getting her to write her number as an addition, make sure you ask her when she is already writing her email, as she already has the pen out writing and will feel little resistance in this situation. Once again, if she is hesitant, tease her about it.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Sam takes the paper and pen, smiles, and walks away. Sam now has her email and number and will email her in 2 to 3 days. Now let's look at the differences between acquiring her number over acquiring her email. Emails are very easy and low risk because they don't require her to answer. Your chances of her replying are much better than if you left a phone message. You should exchange a few emails with her before you actually call her on the telephone. Talking to her and arranging a meeting will then be very easy because you have set up the basis of this relationship through email. Refer to Part 1 of Casual Date for details. She will feel more familiar with you because you have created a more casual relationship through email. Phone calls are successful if you have talked to the woman on the initial encounter for a long duration. You can expect a success rate of around 80%. However, when your initial second contact with her is a phone call, you can expect a much lower success rate of around 40%. In general, it is best to initially email her and then call once a few emails have been sent back and forth. Statistically, women respond more positively when emailing has occurred before the phone call. Recap. 1. He saw the target and went straight into her proximity. 2. Scanned her and the environment for conversation starters. 3. Commented on something unique or interesting about her or the environment as the opener. 4. Continued the conversation based around that item of interest and maybe transitioned into other questions about her. 5. Told her he must go. Started to walk away, then quickly turned around and spontaneously asked her for her email. 6. Supplied pen and paper and then exited. Did not continue the conversation once email had been acquired. Then he got out of sight.